In today's video, I am going to be breaking down Kobe Bryant and his footwork. We're going to be checking out what he does so well that you can copy and emulate into your game so that you can score a lot easier as well. Let's get down. Let's check out Kobe Bryant. Okay, so one thing that he does extremely well in his game is, of course, his footwork. Here, we see him do a quick cross. When he does this cross, he lands on both feet at the same time and makes that cross. This is important for, of course, balance, but also the ability to explode off much faster. Next, when he attacks that right side, he leads with his left foot, and that makes that defender shift towards that left side. When he does this, he's only on his left foot. His right foot is off the ground. This is very important because when he makes that spin, he's pushing off that foot and now planting that right foot. When he plants that right foot, he's turning around, he's looking over his shoulder right away. This is important because now he gets to see what his defender is doing. He can see if he has a help side defender and if there's anyone cutting down the lane. When he makes that turn and he goes for that shot, watch how his body is lined up. Everything is lined up in the same, almost the same direction. This is extremely important. Also, his shoulder and elbow are in line with the rim. It doesn't matter if your body is facing this way, as long as your shoulder and elbow are in line and that ball is generally in line with that shoulder and elbow, you're going to have a straight shot. When he rises up, he then kicks his feet together out in front of him and then slightly leans back with his shoulders. This gives him more power. Also, that high release will allow him to get that shot over a lot of defenders. Here we see him driving right and he plants that left foot first. He goes for that shot fake that gets his defender into the air. However, if he planted his right foot first, he would not be able to do this exact same move. The reason being is he uses that left foot here to be able to pivot off back away from his defender so that now he has a wide open lane to take that shot. He doesn't have to worry about the defender because now the defender is stuck behind him. He's also spun away from the help side defender, or at least the one man off or one pass away help side defender, which then allows him to be able to lean forward and, of course, make that shot. If he didn't use this footwork and he led with his right foot instead, he would have to spin into this defender and it would not work for him. So understanding which footwork to use for what situation you're in is very important. Next is the low post, and here we see Kobe Bryant backing down LeBron James. When Kobe Bryant backs down, if we go back forward just a bit, and he gets that ball and he takes one dribble into LeBron James. One dribble. Only one dribble. Why is one dribble so important? Well, guess what? With one dribble, that allows you to get that shot off, or at least disallows the help defenders, or at least defenders who are trying to steal the ball from you, from coming down and taking that ball away. You want to limit your dribbles in the low post to one or two dribbles. When he makes that last dribble, though, watch. He's got that ball in the air still, and then as soon as he lands on both feet, that's when he gathers the ball. This way he can use either foot as a pivot foot, he can go left, he can go right. It keeps that defender guessing. In this circumstance, he looks over his shoulder first. Of course, he's leading now with his right foot because his right foot is farther away from LeBron than his left. He's looking over his shoulder because he could have players who are cutting down the weak side. He could have a player cutting baseline. There's a lot of options here. We could have a player who's cutting down the middle, and he may be able to just offload a pass to them. However, he doesn't have anybody. This player is cutting, but of course his defender's staying with him. And at that point, Kobe Bryant goes up for that shot fake and gets LeBron James up into the air. See, the whole idea here is he lands on both, he pivots this way, and he takes that shot fake. He hasn't taken a step yet. Now, what he can do is that shot fake, and if he can get that defender into the air, he can step through with his left. This is all pivots. Or he can go into his man. Here, he goes up with that left foot leading and goes with that right hand shot. It also helps, we can see in this clip right here, he uses a shoulder fake. That gets LeBron James potentially thinking that he's going to go left, when in reality, he goes back towards that right side. And we can see that it does make LeBron hesitate right there with the shoulder movement. And that does allow LeBron James to, of course, get up into the air and Kobe Bryant to get an easy basket. And he's done this for years. Ever since his younger years with the Lakers, he was able to do this too. Now, really quickly, I want you to focus on the ball movement. I know this is a footwork video, but for my team, this is what I was yelling at them for last game. If you've got a player who is guarding you tight, you need to move that ball around. You can't keep it in one spot. And here he swipes through, and watch this. When he swipes that ball through, once, twice, that backs off the defender. That's what you need to do. If you can swipe through multiple times, that will back up your defender a whole step, if not more. You don't have to hit that guy. You just need to clear out space. Get a couple of close 2-3 inches away. That creates that space so that now you can drive. You can do a spin move. You can do things like that. But if he allowed that man to continue to smother him without swiping through, he would have never had the opportunity to then take that big left step towards that left side, bring that defender towards that side, spin off, and then go off that left foot because, of course, here, push off the left onto the right, and then plant that left foot back down with that shot. Now, this all worked because not just the footwork, it's also the ability to time your dribbles with your steps. So here he can use either foot. He's got both feet on the ground. He leads with his left foot. He dribbles and plants at the exact same time. He also doesn't gather the ball at this point until he gets back onto his right foot. Now, he can turn around, left foot up, and of course makes that shot. This is another close-up angle of it. Here he swipes through, elbows first. That backs up that defender massively. A whole step is huge. And then as soon as you back up that defender, now you've got the ability. You've got lanes to attack from. And that's what Kobe Bryant did. If it wasn't for the ability to clear out space, leading with those elbows, move that defender back, you're not going to have opportunities in basketball. And if you've got a smothering defender, this is what you need to do. And in fact, we even had the other team's assistant coach yelling at me when I said swipe through, clear out space, because he thinks that's a technical. Either way, it can be if you make contact, but if you're just doing it to clear out space and you don't make contact, it's not a foul and it's not a technical and it's not an intentional. Anyways, I hope that you've enjoyed today's video. I hope that this video has helped you. If it has, hit that like button, subscribe, and I'll see you guys again next time.